local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, we want to welcome you into the new Lloydminster Nissan. We've got Julie Harper and Janice Haughian here with us from Connecting Parents and Supporting Families. They're joining us today to talk about their next meeting, their first meeting of 2026, which is coming up on January 21st, and is all about how to prepare your young adult for life after grade 12. Wellings of Lloydminster is holding a grand opening for their beautiful new clubhouse at 3111 72nd Avenue on Thursday, January 15th. It runs from 2 to 5, and it is a beautiful clubhouse. Went over and looked at it the other day, and it is the perfect addition to this vibrant new 55-plus community with a fitness area, large kitchen, game room, large screen TV, and spacious visiting area. It's another great reason that you'll love the modern lifestyle that comes with making Wellings of Lloydminster your home. Join Wellings on Thursday, January 15th from 2 to 5 to see for yourself, or call Nicole at 780-872-8537 to set up your private tour. Wellings of Lloydminster, Care Freedom Living starts here. The Lloydminster Chamber of Commerce is seeking vendors for their 2026 job fair. That is going to return this year. It took a year off last year. The job fair will be held on Thursday, March 19th at the Gold Horse Casino. If you are an employer that is seeking to engage with local talent, then you can reserve your booth by emailing Courtney at lloydminsterchamber.com or calling Courtney at 780-875-9013. We hear all the time about a shortage of employees, and this would be a great recruitment opportunity. And I'm sure for those seeking employment, we'll have more on this in the coming weeks as well. The Chase the Ace draw is back tonight at the Lloydminster exhibition. There are 32 cards remaining in the deck and a jackpot that will be over $60,000. Tickets are $10 each, 3 for $25, 8 for $50, or 20 for $100. And you can get those in person at the Lloydex office by just going to the Lloydex or by going to lloydex.com. And draws happen every Wednesday until the Ace of Hearts is drawn. And the dough, like the snow, is starting to pile up this January. Well, in case you're not getting enough snow outdoors, how about some snow indoors? There are 2 chances to take in swimming in snowflakes on January 24th at the BioClean Aquatic Center. It will become a snowy scene, and there will also be balloon twisting, a DJ, and free hot chocolate for everyone. Tickets are now available at the BioClean Aquatic Center or at Walkin' on Water Toys for session number 1, which will run from 5:30 to 7, and session 2 running from 7:30 to 9 p.m. And all ages are encouraged to get a ticket and enjoy the night. And yes, you do need a ticket. Cupcakes for Caregivers is for every caregiver that goes out of their way to provide exceptional care. From family members and neighbors to nurses and doctors, caregivers make a difference every day. And that's what Cupcakes for Caregivers is all about. Nominate someone special by emailing livewithkurtprice@gmail.com and share how they have made a difference for you and your loved one. It's a great way of saying thank you to those who are often taken for granted. Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly presented by Lloydminster Sobeys and Umbrella Marketing and Design with Live with Kurt Price. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and they will help you get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. BioClean Disaster Services has been serving Lloydminster for over 10 years. And in that time, they've become Lloydminster's largest restoration company. I, though, like to refer to them more as Lloydminster's local restoration company. You just heard us talking about swimming in snowflakes, and where's that happening? The BioClean Aquatic Center. Yes, that BioClean. They will take care of your property. They will take care of your belongings, but more than anything, they're going to take care of you and your family. 1-833-246-8326. So we'll take a break and come back with Julie and Janice here at the new Lloydminster Nissan.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more. Made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location, right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste. After all, it is Superior Water. Well, I want to welcome you back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan. We have a couple of familiar guests here with us from Connecting Parents and Supporting Families, and we're so grateful that you reached out to chat with us about your next meeting. But we have Julie Harper and Janice Haughian here to talk to us about that meeting, which is coming up on January 21st. You are getting right back into it, hey?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you betcha. Right back into it, starting it off with a bang with one of our biggest events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting you say that, one of the biggest events. So we'll kind of get to that. But as usual, I just want to refresh everybody on what Connecting Parents and Supporting Families is all about.
Yeah, so we're a nonprofit organization. We bring local experts in to share information for parents, just to help educate them, empower them with tools and strategies and knowledge, just to help them be a better parent and help navigate the parenting journey better.
And subjects include?
Subjects include anybody that has something to do with kids, like uncles, aunts, grandmas, community members. I think anybody could benefit from our events.
So let's talk about the first event of 2026.
Oh, subjects. Yeah, I didn't say the right. Sorry, Kurt. I did not answer that.
That's good. But this is a big subject because we had a really interesting discussion before the cameras even came on about this subject. So tell us what you guys are talking about on the 21st.
Well, this is an event we've had. Is this our fourth?
I think so.
This is our fourth. Maybe our fifth time. This actually is kind of only a repeat event that we have. And the reason that we bring every year, it's a no-brainer for us to bring it back, is because of its popularity. It applies to so many families here. So it is called How to Prepare Your Young Adult for Life After Grade 12. It's evolved over the years. Originally, it was called How to Prepare Your Young Adult for Post-Secondary. And what we've learned is over the years, things are just morphing and changing for 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds now, where they are not coming out of high school and immediately plunking themselves into a post-secondary education. And we're super thankful for this event because we partner with Lakeland College. And we actually partner with both local school divisions. And so what's awesome about this event is we have a panel of student counselors, of principals, of admissions people at Lakeland. And so we have those from LPSD, LCSD, and Lakeland. And new to this year, which we're very excited about, is we actually have a trades representative. It's been popping up in the last few years, the shortages in the trades here. Maybe that they aren't promoted or pushed as much as they could be or should be as options for kids when they're coming out of school. So yeah, it's a really great event. We usually get about 100 people. It sells out every single year. And then, yeah, you come and there's a panelist with tons of information. And what we really like about it is it's current every year. So they can see what the trends were last year. They can see where things are going, and they can give parents relevant information that's current, which helps.
Well, you were saying just like 3 years, things have changed
Very much.
Could you,
Every year.
Like, give us an example. Give us your example. If it's okay.
We had talked about the gap year. Back when Janice and I were at that age, there was no such thing as a gap year. It was just kind of, like you said, you graduate, you go to work, or you go to school. And more, they're talking about the mental health benefits of a gap year, the maturity that they see coming back when a child from age 18 to 19 takes a year to travel, takes a year to work, takes a year to figure out what their interests are if they don't know, and mom and dad aren't telling them what they should be interested in or where they should be going. So there's been a significant difference in the number of kids that are starting school a year or two later. Significant difference in the trades for sure, where that is becoming more accessible, more appealing, and more in demand than some of the university programs.
I feel like when I graduated, it was either you did one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You were either going to go work, or you were going to go to college or university, but you had to decide right there what you were going to do.
Yep.
And I don't think too many people, like I might be an exception of people that stay out for a while and then decide to go to college or something like that. That was almost unheard of, but it's not so much anymore.
No,
And I think too, you have to realize that even if you start on a program, you may not end in that same program, or you may morph, right? Like, I think how many people actually stay in the same job that they started in? And to just let our kids know that that's okay. You know, and if you start in something and your path changed, it's okay. If you want to not go to school and work, that's okay. If you want to take a couple classes here and there while working, that's okay. And just to help parents know that it's okay, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of us have anxiety about what our kids' future looks like. And just to hear the experts and other parents go, oh, that's okay, right? That's a big aha moment for a lot of parents, I think.
yeah,
That's a good point, because like our parents' generation was you pick something, you stayed in it forever, right? Like
Yeah.
very
if
much
you were going to go work
changed
in the oil
now.
field, you were working in the oil field. You might change companies, but probably not. If you're going to go work as a car salesman, you're a car salesman. That's what you are. You get kind of labeled that, and you're that, and you might change dealerships, but you're a car salesman. So
Yep.
that's what you do, right? You get kind of, and it's only like, I think somebody said to me the other day, the average is like 5 years that people stay in jobs now.
Wow.
And I don't have any proof to back that up or anything like that, but I would not be surprised if that were the case, that it was 5 years. But I look at people and even myself, when I hear people are changing jobs, like, are you sure? Like, do you want to take that risk?
Yeah.
But it is completely different than it used to be.
It is.
And for parents, that's navigating that. That's what this is all about, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. And I think too, there's a lot of information out there online where people can learn other opportunities that there are. Whereas back in our day, it's like, you're going to be a teacher, you're going to be a nurse, you're going to, all the typical jobs. And now there's just so much more out there that you can access just by doing some research online, which I think is really great, or connecting with events like ours or the experts that are in the field, because they have all the knowledge. So yeah, I think there's just a lot more information out there that people can access.
Is it strictly for people who have kids in grade 10, 11, and 12?
No, we market it that way though, because it is the most relevant. And I think what we've learned the most is that, I've got a child in grade 9. Is it going to be the same in 3 years? I think what I've learned is no. I mean, they go through a lot of the basics, which are when you apply, how you apply, scholarships, where to look for those. They are great at knowing kind of the average cost of what it costs to go to Lakeland College for a 2-year program, what it costs to go to university for a 4-year program. So it is great information based that way, but everything does change so much that we really do. I would say that the target audience is definitely that grade 11, grade 12, or after, if their child has taken a gap year and now they've decided they want to do something and they want to move forward and are not sure how to do that. There's just a ton of information on all the little things, but also all the things to think about that you may not know.
You mentioned you have both school divisions in Lakeland College. Were
Yes.
they always involved in this?
Yes, they were.
So
Yes.
they always saw the value
Mm-hmm.
in what was happening.
Yeah, they've been amazing, and the knowledge that they bring is just absolutely amazing. We've been going for 4 or 5 years, and I learn something new every year. And every year I look forward to it. And you think you wouldn't. You think you'd be like, "Oh, I've heard this before. I know." And they're entertaining. They're great speakers. They have a lot of value to add to your life, and they're just incredible humans. And I love listening to them.
I think when, like for parents now, because things have changed so much, they're so much more involved. Like I don't think my parents were so much involved with having me pick what I was going to do. It was just like, what are you going to do? And then we'll support you.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's let's sit down together kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true? That it's changed, that it's evolved that way? What was it like for you,
question.
Janice, when you?
No, I think I kind of just led my own journey, and
Yeah.
my parents were just like,
Supportive.
yeah, just whatever
okay.
you want to
Totally.
do, supportive.
For
Yeah, I was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think there's so many more options. I just think, or maybe we didn't know about all of the options, but now I think just with technology and social media, there's just, there's so many more options for kids to see of things that they can do. And
It
Yeah.
could be overwhelming.
definitely,
Yeah.
we do find at this event, a lot of people, a common question is, can they bring their children? And I would say 95% of them do not. The schools work with the kids, especially in their grade 11, especially in their grade 12 year, sending out all the information. They can come and see the counselors. They can get help applying for universities and colleges and scholarships and all of those things. A lot of information does go directly to the kids, but that doesn't necessarily get filtered back to mom and dad. So usually it's just the parents that come and ask all the questions and learn all of the things. And the kids kind of get a lot of that stuff in school already. And this is usually the parents looking for more information or specific questions.
But there are a few kids that do.
There
come.
are, yeah. And if
Yeah.
a child wants to come,
Absolutely.
absolutely
Yeah.
come.
Yeah. It is free, right?
It is free.
But you do need a ticket.
Yes. So I did actually check before I came in today. So we are over half sold already. They're free, but you do have to register to come. And we do that so that we have a gauge on the meeting room that we have, and there's a capacity for it. So yes, I believe we only have 90 spots available and total, and 60 of those are gone.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. So Eventbrite.
Yes. So on our social media pages are the links to get the tickets for this event.
Okay. We haven't talked yet about who is speaking at this. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back and talk about who is speaking, who the panel is, and that kind of stuff. We'll be right back here at the new Lloydminster Nissan.
Jason Arden Associates Cooperators. We're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan. We have Julie Harper and Janice Haughian here from Connecting Parents and Supporting Families. The next meeting is coming up on September the 21st. January. What? Where did that come from, hey? That was interesting how that just popped in. January 21st and first meeting of 2026. And it's about how to prepare your young adults for life after high school. And boy, I wonder what things would be like for me had my mom and dad gone to something like this. I just really wonder what that would have been like. But you have a number of guest speakers. You mentioned you have people from the school divisions, you have Lakeland College, you have counselors. Let's start with the counselors, because I think that's probably for a lot of parents, that's a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. The career counselors are incredible, and they have so much knowledge, and they know all the intricacies of how to actually apply for education, or what those trades look like, or what different avenues that your kid can go under. I think a lot of us as parents don't really know those avenues, and they are incredible at navigating those things. And scholarships, there's so many scholarships that don't get touched. And so just knowing that there's those different scholarships that they can access is amazing.
We also find parents often learn the supports that are given to their children that they didn't know were available. So they will ask a question, and a representative from LPSD or LCSD will say, well, actually, that was emailed to your child in October. And the parents are like, oh. So a lot of times we find out like the information given to our children that maybe doesn't make it all the way home, or just the supports that the questions that they have, their children also can be going to this counselors with to get the guidance that they need to answer the questions that they need. So we do find a lot of parents usually are surprised to learn what information has already been given to their children. So it's helpful, even in terms of, they do speak a lot about teaching the children to be accountable for that information, to check your email. They talk a lot about, you apply to a college, you apply to a trade, and you have a deadline. And they know, because they are in direct contact with these kids, how many kids miss emails where you must accept this offer by January 30th. Well, it's March and your child's just checking their email. So they've talked a lot about in the recent years on, sometimes it's a downfall for the parents to be involved so much that they're micromanaging and hover handling all of these things, that the children need to be the ones accountable for that. And they do throw it kind of back on the parents to be like, you need to teach your child to check their email, to know that there's deadlines, to ask questions if needed. If you don't know, you don't just say, well, I don't know. Did you go see your counselor about it? No. So they do talk a lot about empowering the kids and how that sets them up for success later, and how they're seeing a bit of a decline in that. It's interesting. They talk a lot about COVID and the differences that they see in the children coming through, from those COVID years to the post years. And now a lot of those kids are in post-secondary, and they had gone from online learning at home to now thrown in a classroom, and the challenges of that as well. So we're really lucky to have the people in the trenches share all of the information, because they are in there with the kids and they see all the trends and all of the things. So
yeah. When you look at your panelists, you see a lot of names people will recognize. Doug Abrasimov, Matt Newman. These are people that, Tanisha Young, these are people that, you'll recognize from being at events, doing almost anything.
Yes.
You'll see them. Do you want to kind of go through each of the panelists, or is that a good way to? We
can mention them.
Sure.
Definitely. So if people connect one way with them or not, I don't know each of them personally.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can change when it comes time to the event if things come up.
Right.
But for now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 confirmed.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Would that be about normal? For
I think so.
Yeah, pretty normal. And a lot of these are returnees. Like most of them have spoken for multiple years. So it's amazing when they come out and talk. And usually Doug is the moderator, and so he's usually the question asker, and obviously he has a lot of wisdom to share because he's been in it for so long. But
Do you want
yeah.
to read them off,
That
Janice?
makes
Yeah, I
sense.
can read
that
them.
makes sense to
Yeah.
me that Doug would lead that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so we have Lisa Marie Crease. She actually used to be on our board, so we have a great connection there with her. Lisa Spence, Jackie Bender, Jason Almond, Matt Newman, Tanisha Young, Kaylin Britton, and Doug Obrosmanoff. They're incredible people in our community. It's awesome to hear them speak and to share, and just the challenges and things that they face when our kids come to them, or when they're in college, they're at Lakeland and they're struggling, and how they're helping them navigate those challenges. They have a lot of wisdom to share, and I just think it's such a great event.
People like Tanisha Young would be very specific, I think.
Yes, and I think it's such an important a role there for her, because there are kids that are coming in with different needs, different cultural needs that they might have, and she can really help them navigate that in the Indigenous way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm curious about Matt Newman.
Yeah,
He is new.
He's new.
He's
this
new.
year.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So he is the trades specialist that they have asked to bring in. And that, again, is a revolving door from last year, where it just kept coming up so often. A little bit the year before, definitely a lot last year. So we're very excited to have him this year, because we had a lot of specific questions about that, and not necessarily was the right person there to answer them. So they've kind of recognized a need for that trades specialist. So we're really excited to have him there. And I believe he is a Lakeland associate. I believe he is a trades guy at Lakeland.
Yeah.
So it's great, because that gives kids local options, information of things that are available right here and now. They don't have to move to Saskatoon. They don't have to move to Edmonton, Calgary. We're really excited to have a local representative to tell the kids what they can get here if they need to.
It shocks me that we went away from trades a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Does it not surprise? Like now, it's like, oh, it's acceptable if you want to go
Yes.
into trades.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's encouraged. Because
And for
there's
a
such
while, it
shortage.
wasn't. They felt, and that kind of came up at the meeting, as did business owners there, saying, we can't get workers because we feel like this is not promoted or pushed. So that was, again, another reason that we're bringing Matt in this year to
That's one that I personally had to get over too, which is not even that many years ago. But I remember our son, like he did well in school, and he was thinking about trades, and I'm like, trades? Like, this is going to sound terrible. And I'm like, you're so smart. Why would you go into a trade?
Yeah.
My gosh, those guys are brilliant in trades, and
Yeah.
they have skills that so many people need and don't have. And thank goodness for them. Our world would not run without the trades. So, I really had to check myself back when my son was looking at school. And so trades are incredible. So if your kid is thinking about trade, go for it. But
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right on that, because it's so many people, like it could lead to developing your own business. It could lead to so
there's just
much.
so many
Yeah.
opportunities in there.
And then when you're running your own business, then you need more skills.
Absolutely.
It comes with a whole different set of skills and needs.
And there's always a need. I mean, you always need an electrician. You always need a plumber. You always need somebody that's going to
need a
fix your
mechanic.
furnace, a mechanic, right? Those things are so important.
Yeah.
Build a house, so important.
So is there anything I'm forgetting? Runs from 7:30 to 8 p.m.
It runs from 7 to 8:30.
Oh, 7 to 8:30. Okay.
Yes.
7 to 8:30.
Yeah.
At Lakeland College.
Yes. So we will have representatives there, as we usually do when we have an event there. So one of us will be standing at the door directing you to the meeting room. It's the same meeting room we use every year. It's one of the biggest ones that they have for us. And it's a great setup. It's like theater style seating. So you can see and you can hear. And so you can come a little bit early and grab your seat. And then it is pretty much talking the entire time. There is a panel-led discussion, but there is also opportunities for questions. And then our panelists are amazing. Like, they just volunteer their time because they are passionate about this, and we're so lucky to have them. And they often will stay after if people have very specific questions. Right. So it is just a very great free resource for parents to learn a lot in a short amount of time.
And I would suggest, we do hand out paper, but often for me, it's not enough. So bring something to write. And you take a lot of notes. I know I end up filling up my page really quick. So Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Kurt.
Connecting Parents Supporting Families is one of those organizations that has made Lloydminster such a better place. I've told Janice this in the past too, but when you see something's missing in a community and you put it together, it makes a huge difference. So thank you, Julie. It's appreciated. It really grows the
been great.
community,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
It's been great. Yeah.
We've
It's
come
really
a long,
rewarding.
a long
A
way.
long way, yeah.
Awesome. We're back with you tomorrow with a new organization. We're going to be talking to Camp Hoo-Ha tomorrow, and we're going to find out what this is all about, and it's going to be an interesting discussion. Trust me, you'll want to join us tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. here at the new Lloydminster Nissan.